4.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Rula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here. Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Rula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning. That was weird.
That was perfection.
Good morning.
Good morning, Houston,
Like a bad
Texas.
a cappella group.
It is Tuesday. I know.
Everybody's tired
It's
this
August
morning.
the 20th of 2024 at 6 o'clock on the dot. Ruler, Ryan, Eric, Professor K, and Sam, except for Dragon Lady. I have to have a low voice because I think this is proof that I snored last night.
Oh.
Oh, man.
I didn't hear it. I didn't feel it. I haven't talked to my husband yet to know it.
But
But
fan on?
no, yeah, I did have the fan on.
I'll dry you out.
But I
Do you
feel
find
like
that you
it's
snore
super
more
dry.
when you have the AC cranked colder or warmer?
I don't know what causes the snoring because sometimes I won't, and sometimes like my husband's out of town last week, and my daughter slept in the bed with me, and she said that I snored. The next night, my son slept in the bed with me, and I said, "Did I snore last night?" And he goes, "No, I didn't hear you." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what's causing it." It's like
Maybe he's a heavy sleeper.
Yeah.
maybe, but then I didn't.
You know, she
I
daughter
didn't
didn't
wake
want
up
to do
dry
night
though.
two. She's like, no.
I'm
Well,
good.
they had to take turns.
MJ, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
They had to take turns, and I would know because if I dry voice, like I feel like right now the way I sound. I mean,
Well, you don't
know.
have to go with the CPAP. There's other solutions now.
Such
I-
as?
I got
What?
palate.
You're taking it all the way to a CPAP now?
Yeah, because that's that's the solution.
Well,
is
I mean,
CPAP.
we've all heard you snore, Kevin. You sound like you're choking in your sleep.
I had to have palate reduction treatment. It's not surgery. It's this wand that they put in the back of your throat, and it shrinks your palate by utilizing radio waves. And they can also do it inside your nose if you're a snorer that goes.
And does it work, or is it like fool's gold?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
does Booster say? Does
Do
it
you
work?
pick up KRBE in your mouth?
No, that would be on the
opens
wand. But Booster said it is definitely improved. I'm going to probably go back for some additional treatments to get it even,
And then it grows
wider.
back, and then you have to go back every month.
I don't know if it grows back that quickly, but still.
Oh, God, my palate's growing.
It's better than having that, those lines shoved up your nose all night where you can't flip over.
Oh,
yeah, the machine.
I thought
Yeah.
with all the
man.
advertisements for things like that, I mean, from television to radio, there's always advertisements for that. I thought now it's like some non-invasive, non-tubed thing that goes over your face. I don't know. I haven't seen enough.
Well, anything that's over your face is not going to be comfortable if you like to roll around in your sleep.
Right, exactly. So that would suck. So there's this other one that they implant something in your, like, under your chin and your palate, and you wear a device, and it opens your mouth. It's
Oh
called
my
Inspire.
That's not going to dry up my throat? That's
I
gonna dry
don't
my
know.
throat.
It sounds kind of weird because it's like a remote magnet or something like that.
I would
don't
like
know.
to not talk about. I would like to not talk about CPAPs because that's something that my parents would get, not me.
Yeah,
That's what you're
exactly.
thinking.
But
Imagine if you're single and you have to wear that.
Oh my God, I know.
And you go on dates, you're worried about that. Like,
if someone comes over to your house to stay over, and like, what is this?
Like your
machine?
first
Like,
sleep
hold on, I'll be right
overnight?
back. And like, you're
go
getting like,
hide
the
it?
room ready. Like, no, you're hiding a CPAP
like Kevin used to
machine.
talk about, like, when he would go with Sam and friends to Airbnbs, you'd be afraid to snore. You'd be snoring all night.
I wasn't afraid to snore. I just did, and then I hear about the next day.
Well, that's embarrassing because then you're like,
Happened on my birthday, my 30th birthday. We went to a winery,
You woke
and
up
the
the whole
whole
house?
house could hear Kevin.
Really?
Just
so that'd be so
snoring.
embarrassed to be
In
like,
all
I can't
of the
sleep.
rooms. you
Wait,
could
is that
hear
before
him.
you had that procedure or after?
This is before I did.
Oh man, that is
Oh.
crazy.
I just had that recently.
Wait, speaking of birthdays, today is Maud's birthday. He's not here yet. I don't think he's here yet, but it's also my sister Maria's birthday. It was my sister Maria's birthday first because I knew her before I knew Maud, and I called her yesterday because she runs the restaurant.
You
and
did?
I knew her first, and I was thinking, well, the restaurant's closed on Mondays. Maybe we'll do birthday dinner for her yesterday. And she answers the phone like this. We have the weirdest communication in my family. We do not say hellos and goodbyes. It's like, what's up? Yeah. And so she mumbled something. I go, wait, what are you doing? She goes, I'm boarding the plane right now. I'm boarding. What do you need? And I go, oh, I didn't know you were leaving today. She goes, yeah. I go, oh, well, I was just calling to see what you're doing for your birthday. She goes, I'm going to Greece. She's a flight attendant. She's a Greek speaker. And she goes, you know what? I'm going to pick up a trip for my birthday. Isn't that like the best life ever?
I'm going to work on my birthday.
Yeah.
But it's really not
But
work
then
for
go to
her.
Greece for 5
so
days.
she'll be
or-
there for 2 days and
Oh,
she'll
2
come
days?
back. So she's in Greece right now for her birthday.
That's pretty
She
cool.
goes back tomorrow.
That's awesome.
I complain about
Flight
even just
attendants.
flying to Chicago for 2 days. I'm like, oh, then I got to fly right back.
Yeah.
Just go to Greece.
I know that's the best part. When United started picking up the Athens flights, there were so many flight attendants like, yes, Athens. Because I remember I was on a flight with one of my other sisters who's also a flight attendant for United and speaks Greek. And she was the only Greek speaker. And so the rest of the crew, this is just like a lucky thing. Like, you got to sign this or somehow, I don't know how this works, but this one girl, y'all, the joy in her face, she just could not handle it. It was her first time in Greece. She was one of the crew members from the back of the galley. She had the back galley. And I remember just the joy in her face on that shuttle bus from the airport to the crew hotel. She was like looking out the window, like, oh my God, I'm in Greece.
Yeah, for
like,
free.
If you are somebody who doesn't really know what you want to do with your life, but you love to travel, I would highly recommend being a flight attendant because you get to see the world on somebody else's dime because they pay for your hotel. Of course, you're flying a lot, but it's a different world when you're the flight attendant versus you're the passenger. They do not have the same.
I think it's not for everybody, though.
You know what I mean?
You got to live in that city.
Well,
Like
you
that
can
hub.
commute at some point. When you first start, it's a little rough. For United, it was like, okay, you just graduated, boom, you're going to Newark. Do you have any friends or anywhere to stay? No? Okay. Find 6 people to share a place with because you got to keep
But I
jumping in
wonder
that
if
plane.
you get over, I don't know, like when I fly a lot, I get that jet lag thing, or I don't feel quite normal flying all the time.
Well, it's kind of like Ryan. It's kind of the same for us. Look, we do morning
You
radio.
get jet lag for going to
We are not normal animals.
Well, no, not
San
like
Diego or something?
not like that, but like
You're not
flying
overseas?
Flying overseas.
Well, like I said, we are morning radio people we are different breeds of animal, human, and we just do what we do. People are like, how do y'all wake up so early? It's the same question for flight attendants who fly a lot. Like, how do you fly so much? You just get used to it. It's just part of your life. You adapt to it. Because my sister's been to
that's true.
Japan. She's been to all places in South America. I can't even name half the places she's been to. She's been all over Europe. The one she hasn't done yet is Australia, because United goes to Australia now. I don't know what the rules are on picking up an Australian flight, but man, if you're looking for something to do and you don't know what it's going to be, you could try to be a flight attendant.
Pressurizing a plane and being in that pressurization does something to you physically.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact. That's
why
why
beer. You got to be careful.
Yeah. That's why they're trying to build these planes that make it a more comfortable environment for you to fly those long distances with changing the lighting, to adapt to where you're going.
Oh, right.
And making the cabin pressure less, but the body is stronger or something like that.
And I wonder if Ashley, our former intern, is still a United flight attendant. We had an intern that we met at the first road show. She became our intern. And then she went into the flight attendant training program for United, and she became a flight attendant.
Yeah, she left us early.
Anybody that knows Ashley, who used to be
I
our
remember
intern,
her.
Red hair.
red hair, is she still a flight attendant or not? I don't know. I'm always curious.
She spanked Ryan on stage.
She did.
Oh,
I'm
God, I
a
remember
captain
that.
now.
I'm a captain now. Hey, I wanted to give a shout out. We went out for my fiance's birthday last night. I've never been here. It's a boozy, but somebody was a fan.
Shabuzi?
Shabuzi.
It's not Shabuzi. It's called
Shabuzi.
a boozy.
Yes.
And it was funny because when somebody would like pop a cork, they'll go a boozy inside the restaurant. I don't know what the significance is
Welcome
of
to
that.
7 years ago, Ryan.
I know I'm behind the times, but ran into a couple of listeners and asked them, hey, what's one of your favorite segments? And they said, Try It Tuesday. And I'm like, what is it you like about Try It Tuesday?
Because it's painful for us.
And that's
Half the time.
exactly
Half the time.
what they like. They said, I love hearing you guys have something that's absolutely revolting, like something that sounds terrible. I enjoy hearing y'all's reaction.
And usually we don't create the food that sounds terrible. It's just a food that exists that some people like. And
What's a
others,
trend?
we're like, oh God, no.
TikTok
Like
trends.
Those rotten eggs.
Today's more about
gosh.
because it's Dog Days of Summer. So SunMed, they're going to come in here and it's got like treats. We could try one, but they're made for dogs.
Dog treats?
But they got what do they call it?
CBD?
CBD in it and stuff.
Oh,
for dogs, because so many animals, especially now, now they say we're in the time for hurricanes.
Uh-huh.
September 20th is like when.
Do dogs know?
Yeah,
Dogs can sniff out the
Oh,
weather.
Yeah, hell yeah, they
Sure.
can sniff out thunder and lightning and.
But those
they get so
CBD
scared they
treats,
shake it and stuff.
yeah.
It's
Uh-huh.
like you want to help them out.
for their anxiety and also for pain. Like my sweet baby Mango, she's 16 almost. God, I cannot believe my dog is almost 16.
You thought she was going to die 5 years ago. You were saying this.
I was,
That's what you
she
kept talking about, man.
she
Oh
she
my
would have
God,
if
let her
she
last
had a different
leg.
owner. I mean, I spent a fortune trying to keep her, happy and healthy. But one of the things, she's in pain from arthritis once in a while, and so I have looked into that CBD as far as dog treats, and it does seem to help.
Yes,
it
they're going to
does
be in
help.
here. So we really won't be trying.
Since we can't try
Trying
it,
it.
should we do this after then? I bought this. It's a mom's birthday today, and I was talking about how I couldn't find this certain Crown Royal flavor. And I found some online website that sells liquor that sold it to me. And when I went to the liquor store to get the new flavor, they didn't have it. And Ahmad and I were talking about it behind the scenes. And I go, why would I ever need this in my life? But I bought it. It's Crown Royal Blackberry.
Ugh.
You're supposed to make like a mix of drinks with it.
That might be good.
So it's
I
infused
mean,
with
it's sold out
blackberry.
everywhere. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
I went to 3 different liquor stores.
I'm outright curious. I don't like Crown,
Yeah,
but
me
I
either.
would try that.
That's what I'm saying. We could try
Isn't
it.
Crown
On
like a?
ice?
It's kind of a drink that
The
makes
recipe,
you mellow.
The recipe says you're to mix this. You can do a lot of things with this, but the recipe on the back of the box was like lemonade.
Oh yeah.
This. I didn't have any
I bet
lemonade.
that is good.
I didn't have
Dang it,
lemonade.
I
but
have
thought
all
we could just-
kinds of lemonade at home.
Did you? I just
Yes,
had one
because
this
I like to
morning
do
when I took
gym
the
and
box
limonata.
Oh, really?
Well, we do have a
Downstairs.
grocery store nearby.
Or
Oh, that is
downstairs,
right.
there's a little lady downstairs. She's
Ahmad will be
open
all
before
upset. He'll be
Tuesday.
like, what? Don't drink my... I want that.
No, that's his gift.
I'm not giving this to him.
He won't
He has
drink it.
another gift coming.
Oh,
I paid
thought-
for this
I
online.
thought you gave it to him. Well, why
No,
did you,
I said
why
we
did
could
you
try
say,
it.
hey, it's Ahmad's birthday, so
Yeah.
I was shopping online and found this great booze.
That's what I
I'm not
thought.
giving it to him.
Oh, I'm not going to give him this. I have another big gift for him.
Oh,
coming.
that was
Oh my
misleading.
gosh, that
Yeah,
was
I mean,
misleading.
you pulled
He's on his way
bait and
in.
Switch
Everybody
there.
thought he was getting it.
He's
Yeah.
driving
I
in,
didn't get it.
listening, and he's like, "Oh, I'm getting free booze."
I gave
I'm
him the
not
last
giving it to
one.
him.
He got the Tullamore Dew honey already. So he got another present from me coming at 9.
Well, you brought him up, and then you smashed his hopes.
No, I didn't.
Now he needs a drink.
Oh, there is something else. That's right. Rula has something up her sleeve.
Are you
Yes,
going
I
to tell
do.
him? Or are you just going to wait?
Should we tell him that?
No, don't tell him.
Oh, okay.
You
Don't
gotta
tell him.
wait and find
Well,
out.
you
what
can tell
your
him
gift
because
is.
maybe he'll think it's like Beyonce tickets like he got
Oh,
last year type
gosh,
thing.
yeah.
How do you
True.
top that?
Maybe you should tell him, like, hey, it's
Sponsored.
that is a perfect way to explain it.
Should
Yeah.
I tell him or not? Should I tell him or not?
I don't know. Text us 37530.
I say tell him.
Is it a great wolf?
Is it a great wolf? It's not a great wolf. It's a
Free
dog.
body
And
scan
you
now
get
that
a
he's getting older?
puppy.
Yeah.
You get a wolf puppy. Yeah, that's what I gift him. Here's responsibility for your birthday.
Make sure you're healthy, buddy. 25
Here's a bunch
now,
of
or
responsibility
26.
for your birthday. All right. Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, Julianne Hough has made so much money since being on Dancing with the Stars. She's got her rooms to go account. She does all these different things. And she's been a judge on Dancing with the Stars. Well, now she's talking about somebody that we know personally as one of the worst people they've ever had on that show. Who do we know personally? As one of the worst people on that show.
Am I friends with them?
Yes, Eric, you are.
That's what,
We'll talk about that
that's
coming
one
up
person I know on the
next.
show. That,
Now, here's your
Uh-oh.
official weather for today.
It is gonna be hot again. By the way, did y'all see that supermoon driving in? It's still out.
last
I
night
saw it last
I
night.
saw
It
it
was so
yesterday
low.
when
I saw it last
Yeah.
night, but it was right above the radio station when I was driving in
Dang,
this
I
morning.
missed it.
But it looks great. It's going to be a high of 96, sunshine right now, 82 degrees, and 612 on the Rule and Ryan Show.
I'm proud to introduce
Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Randas. And I want to remind you guys that your double dose of Post is happening starting at 9 a.m. on Friday. As you know, Post Malone is coming to the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion in October for 2 back-to-back shows. So on Friday, starting at 9 o'clock, when you hear 2 songs that are by or featuring Post Malone back-to-back, when the second song starts, be caller 104 on our request lines and you'll score a pair of tickets for one of his shows. Now, our request line number for you 6 o'clockers who are still kind of trying to get, your bearings in the morning and you're kind of maybe not on your game 100%. It's not like our request line's top of mind when you wake up. Let me remind you, we have a new area code. And I remind myself as well. It's 833-390-KRVE. It's 833-390-5723.
That's why you just want to program it in right now, 833-390-5723, because, how many of us do you really know everybody's phone number in your phone book?
I only know the phone numbers I
No.
grew up with, or
Just program
like when
it
my
in.
friends got cell phones. I knew like the basic.
or
Like
my phone number, 795-2314.
your
childhood?
your growing
Yeah,
up number
I grew up.
before you had to use area codes.
Yep, we just type
Isn't
in.
that funny?
Yeah, I remember that too, 492-6601.
So I guess back
I
then,
can't put mine out there. It's still in use.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah,
that wasn't even a cell phone. That was just my home phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the old
My parents
landline.
still
And
have
we're
the
talking about,
landline.
we're talking about like old farmhouses in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere. So
Back then, you had to buy. AT&T gave you a phone,
really,
and it was expensive.
Was it mounted to
You
the
paid
wall?
like $2 a month or something for the phone.
Really?
Yes.
And then if you
that
kept it, they would charge you like
contraption.
hundreds of dollars.
Did you have yours like mounted to the wall, or did you have to climb up a telephone pole to talk to somebody?
Now my grandma had that one because it was you had like special ring.
You had to
if it was
wind
your
it up.
ring, if it was your ring, then you knew you pick it up as a community for the
Oh, she was on a
farm.
party line.
And then she said this one old nosy neighbor would always pick up the phone and like listen to
in.
people. You could hear her breathing. She would say, "Oh, that old Betty-O down the street listening in."
Oh, man, that's
Betty,
crazy.
hang up the phone.
So whenever you hear a
You
ring,
nosy old
it
bee.
rang like I don't know how it did it.
How you know it's for you?
Different ringtone.
Yeah, whatever.
Really?
Not ringtone.
No, it
special
was
ring.
like ring, ring, ring,
Really?
instead of.
Oh, so they literally had these
Different rings.
ancient phones had like a bell inside of them.
This is probably in the 40s or 30s. I don't know.
That's
My
crazy.
God, that's like 90 years ago.
Yeah.
The operator could probably ring it, differently for whoever they were
Like
connecting
another-
to.
Did they have like an old switchboard lady where she's pulling cables out and sticking?
Yeah, think about those jobs that were lost.
Yeah.
The only ones that get those jobs are from John Wick. You watch John Wick. They
Oh,
have those,
yeah.
They have those ladies doing the.
My
they
grandmother
do?
did that.
What was the name
My
of the
mom did
hotel?
that.
Really?
Yeah, in Oxford,
an
Pennsylvania.
operator
She
lady?
worked
Continental.
upstairs with all the other women.
That seemed to be like a woman's
Smoking?
job,
Yeah.
Kev. If you were gonna have
Yeah.
a job in like the 40s, that was like the job you had. You were this operator lady who would plug in
And
the
they had those vacuum things.
phones.
Vacuum tubes or
Yeah, they put like messages to the.
email.
They
Was that
still do it at
email?
the bank.
At the bank.
Well, they did that in
They did that in
Elf.
buildings though, all the way up to the top floor.
Well, you remember in
Yeah.
the movie Elf where the suction, where
They
you
show
put the
movie.
little
Yeah.
tube
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
the building?
yeah. That's how they do the mail at the Empire State Building.
Yeah, 'cause those buildings are made for that time.
So huge. Okay, so Dancing with the Stars has been on for, I don't know, I think it's season 136 now. Just kidding, I don't know. It's been on forever. And on Sunday's episode of Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen asked Julianne Hough, who became famous on that show. She and her brother Derek are fantastic dancers. She's a multiple time champion. I don't remember how many times she's won. And then she was asked back to be a judge part-time. She does these Rooms to Go commercials. She's got lots of different commercials. She's making lots of money different ways. She's a Disney darling. She'll host like some of the Christmas specials and things like that. She was asked if there were any Dancing with the Stars champions who did not deserve the win. Who did not deserve the win.
Oh,
Now I know who it
spilling
is.
the tea.
And she did not want to answer, but she did bring up Eric's friend in our acquaintance in radio, Bobby Bones.
Oh, yeah, he's awkward.
He's awesome.
He's awkward.
He's
Yeah.
a good dude.
The dancing.
And he won because he even talked about it last. We saw him in San Diego. He said the reason I won is because on my radio show I have a lot of passionate fans. And
They all called in.
And he says that.
Then don't put the show as you vote.
Yeah.
Right, and he said that they changed the voting because of him. That's what he said. Because he agreed. Because she said he was not the best dancer, but he won because he had great fans who love him. Bobby's response was, he doesn't have any hard feelings with Julianne for saying that, and he agreed that he was, quote, the worst dancer. But he also said he was the greatest champion ever because his fans banded together to defeat the big evil empire of dance. And he said that after he was on Dancing with the Stars and won the way he did, that Dancing with the Stars changed the rules after his season because of how much of an advantage he got from the fan vote.
But you can say that just about anything. If you look at the early days of American Idol, back 15 years ago,
135 million votes were cast.
when Adam Lambert was on the show and lost to some dude that none of us
Allen.
can remember his name.
Chris
What was
Allen.
his? Chris Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because his entire church across the nation voted for him.
No, he had that one hit song.
No, he did have, what was it called?
Remember,
I can't
did he do Kanye West song? He did some song he performed, and
during the competition.
During the competition,
And
it
it
blew-
became a radio hit.
and it was a hit. It blew everybody away, and that's why he won.
Yes, that's right, but I don't remember which song it was. I do remember it was his
what's,
remake version of a Kanye song.
Not what the Reckless, or how's the song go?
Is it Reckless? Heartless.
Heartless,
It's
Heartless.
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 That's right. He did Heartless.
Look up Chris Allen, Heartless, because he did that.
KRIS.
But they're like
That
the
just proves
finale.
you have to have a hit.
yeah, and
Like,
the
you have to
other
hit
thing,
at the right time. Everyone watches you.
and in the first season of American Idol, before anybody really knew what a monster show this would become in the States, it was a summer fill-in show for Fox. And the entire first round of American Idol, by even like the third season standards or second season standards, 8 of the 10 people in that top 10 would have never made it to the top 10.
Yeah.
It was because the fan vote had the sympathy vote. If Simon was mean to you, people
that's
voted
true.
them through. And Simon Cowell's eyes wanted to roll out of his eyeball sockets from all the eye rolling he did when he heard who was getting eliminated and who was getting passed through in the top 10.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because he could not stand half those singers. He thought they were awful, awful, awful. America voted for them. Did you find the
find it?
song?
Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit of
This
Chris
was from
Allen's Heartless.
2009.
Yeah, this blew everyone away because
This coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul. to a woman so heartless. How could you be so heartless? Oh, how could you be so? How could you be so cold as a winter wind when it breeze, yo? Just remember that you're talking to me.
And a lot of people didn't know this was a Kanye song, if you weren't a Kanye fan.
Yeah, they're like, what is this?
So he beat.
And he played his guitar. He played guitar.
he was cute.
Acoustic.
He was cute.
So he beat Adam Lambert. But if you look at it, 15 years later, Adam Lambert's net worth,
He got the last laugh.
$49 million. Chris Allen, $3 million.
Toured with Queen.
Well,
He
that's
still
why.
is.
I mean, has his own hits outright.
Yeah.
I mean,
But what do we learn from that
it's
show?
amazing.
American Idol, you could become a bigger star for not winning the
Not
show.
winning.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jennifer
Because
Hudson?
Daughtry, Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia Barrino.
None of them won.
Wait, Fantasia won.
She did. But who's the girl that was on Broadway next to her?
Jennifer didn't.
No, there were two girls. It was Fantasia and the girl.
Mandisa?
No, the girl that was runner up to her became a big Broadway Tony person. Can't remember her name, but anyway, yeah.
Michaela Gordon?
No.
Oh my gosh.
We just saw
Michaela
her
Gordon.
a couple at San
she was a
Diego.
contestant.
Those lips are rough.
Yeah, there are a lot of
She's so
people.
sweet.
And Daughtry actually, what's interesting about doing songs that people don't know? Daughtry did a version of Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire. I still remember from his performances on American Idol. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then we didn't realize until later, like we were talking about the next day, is that Ed Kowalczyk from Live, the group Live, had done this version. And then Daughtry had to come out and say, I was just redoing what Ed Kowalczyk has already done, because nobody knew Ed Kowalczyk's version. Nobody even knows who that is, probably.
He also
You're like,
did,
who's that? He does live lightning crashes. I mean, you probably don't even know who that guy is anymore. But at the time, there was a version that lived of Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire, and it was sung this certain way. And when Daughtry did it, it was like monstrous. Everyone was like, this is amazing.
Somebody did a Chris Cornell version of a song too.
I don't remember
and
that
it
one.
took off huge.
I just remember when
There's a
Kelly
show, it's a
Clarkson.
karaoke show is all it is.
It really is.
Yes, when Kelly Clarkson had this one night, because remember, like, one bad night could end you. Kelly Clarkson, who can sing anything, literally, she sings everything every day. It's one of the best parts of her talk show. These judges have to find, it just goes to prove somebody has to judge you for something. Like, that's why it's called judging, because she had a night where she didn't, have, something in her forte. And then Carrie Underwood, who's made the most money, had to do a Bon Jovi week song. And they were like, well, this one might have you in danger, Carrie, because people didn't like your Bon Jovi. Really? Carrie Underwood's going to be punished for that.
It was a different world back then.
It's craziness. It was craziness. All right, coming up next, what were we talking about? The medical examiner. Oh, yeah, the full moon.
Yeah.
So is it a harvest moon? What do we
It's a
call this one?
supermoon. Supermoon, or they can call it a blue moon, even though it's not blue.
So a medical examiner who listens to the show texted our show and said, in my line of work, when there's a moon thing like this, here, I work at a medical examiner's office, and full moons, oh my God, it just changed. And full moons bring in a lot of bodies. Nothing like job security, exclamation point.
All right, so usually we do what's up your butt Wednesday with the medical world. Let's do
Who got mooned?
yeah.
Sam.
It wasn't me.
Is it true? Is that a real thing? 'Cause we always hear when it's a full moon, the crazies are going to come out.
Yeah. Does something happen in, I guess, in your job, I guess we could say, or what is your thing you attribute to?
I guess it could be any job, full moon, something crazy happens, but I feel like it's nursing and
So what's something crazy you've witnessed already?
maybe last night. Did you see
and
something?
you blame it on the moon.
When's the shift happen now? Aren't they?
The shift change
They shifted out.
at 7. They start their
7?
shift, so they might be getting out of the car right now.
They're driving right now, so maybe call us real quick.
833 is our area code. 833-390-KRBE. What do you fault the moon for in your job? Next on the Real and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE.
Let's go.
Back to Rule and Ryan.
We've always heard that the full moon brings out the crazy. Right now we have a supermoon. Well, we have a supermoon right now. That's where the moon is actually. This is as close as the moon is orbiting the Earth.
Well,
So you
last
can
night I felt like
really
it was
see
closer because today coming to work it looked further up. But
Yeah.
last night it was so low that I was in the driveway and it was blocked by the trees. I really wanted to see it, but we are taking your calls because of the moon situation.
Have you encountered crazy?
We said somebody who works at the medical examiner's office that listens to us says, always know when's a full moon, 'cause lots of bodies come in.
Then look at the text, all the text of teachers.
Yes, they say the kids get crazy.
Winds them up.
833-390-KRBE.
Sure,
Let's
why?
try and go to as many of you as we can. And we're starting this off with Hannah. Hi, Hannah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi,
Hi,
Hannah.
are you a nurse, Hannah?
I am. I'm a NICU nurse.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
NICU nurse. That's a whole special... That's a
special
whole
breed.
special
Yeah,
type,
it's
honey.
a whole new world. It's a whole different world.
Eric asked the question, especially for you and as a nurse, and I thank you for calling in before or after your shift. What do you see in the nursing world when the moon is the way it is?
So I don't know if it's like the pressure changes or what, but all the women, waters will break. We'll go into labor, so our boards will fill up with laboring women.
Really?
Man,
like way earlier than you're supposed to be, or like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing another 4 weeks?
Kind of
3
both.
weeks?
I mean, sometimes preemie, yes, sometimes full term. I mean, you never really know. All over the place.
Like, it's so well known, like, you guys talk about, like, oh, hey, guys, in 6 weeks, this is about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
No one's taking a vacation.
We're like, oh, no, it's the moon tonight. We better, it's going to be crazy tomorrow.
Wow, that's
so
an
weird.
interesting point. Everyone's going into labor. Oh, my God. The delivery room's
Well,
all full.
here is a theory. There is a theory to this because, we wouldn't have the waves in the ocean. The moon controls all of that.
I learned that from Bruce Almighty when he pulled the moon quote.
That's what I thought, too.
One of the theories is since the human body is 80% water, some people have suggested that the moon's gravitational pull can disrupt the alignment of water molecules in the nervous system.
It is harder for me to pee.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hannah, are you on your way to work or are you
in.
coming home from work?
Walking in now.
Say it again?
It sounded like you said you're taking a nap.
What'd you say?
I'm walking in now. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
walking in now. Okay, I'll let you get to work then. Thank you so much for
right,
listening to
thank
our
you.
show, honey. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so 833-390-KRBE was the ing of walking in now. You taking a nap.
I'm taking a nap.
Vivian's
You
on
called
the
us.
line. Hello. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show. Good morning.
The dork.
Vivian?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
What's
It's a
your
full moon.
job? What's your occupation?
So I work front desk at a physical therapy clinic.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you notice stuff?
And, oh my God, so much. Because we have a lot of, very sweet, great patients. And I know, me and my coworker always, every time say it has to be a full moon because we've had, papers thrown in our face. We've had, people so angry about, their own, mistakes. And I'm always like, it has to be a full moon because there's no way out of nothing that people are acting crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's
so
funny.
weird.
Why are you throwing these papers in my face?
Why is it when people make mistakes, they got to channel their anger somewhere and they just want to throw it at you?
That's just what happens.
That's what people do, right? Nobody wants to blame themselves. It can't be me. I didn't cause that wreck that just happened behind me.
It's like it's the same concept. If you're hammering a nail and it accidentally hit your thumb, you're mad as hell and you want to blame somebody.
Well, you say bad
did
words,
it.
and it's supposed to make you feel better.
Hammer
So
manufacturer.
we learned that women go into labor. PT patients get rude and crazy. Brett is on the line to tell us what's happening in their job. Hi, Brett. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good
morning.
morning. What's your
Morning.
occupation?
I am a teacher.
Oh, what grade? What grade do you teach?
I teach 4th grade.
Oh, wow. Well, God bless you, honey. God bless you. What are you seeing when there's a full moon, a harvest moon, a blue moon, a blood moon, a red moon,
Yeah,
all
whatever.
the moons?
All the moons. The kids are absolutely crazy. And you can just tell they are off the wall.
You're like, what's wrong with you guys?
Somebody has to do a scientific study on this thing.
I'm surprised there isn't one.
There's got to be something.
I'm going to dig up one.
Like, how do they act? Are they just, running around? They can't sit down? They're just yelling? They're being rude?
All of the above.
All of you.
All of the
How many
above.
days in are you, Brett, as for your school year? When did y'all start?
This is day 6.
Day 6.
Oh, they're starting to get comfortable now.
Somebody get in trouble yet already? Within 6 days?
Yeah, we've had a few. We've had a few.
What were the offenses?
So, we've had a couple chokings.
Oh my
Maybe.
God! 4th graders?
Yeah.
A couple of chokings,
That's
not
one.
just one.
We had
A couple of kids.
That means more than 2.
I'll choke you out.
Yeah.
And what was the context of the choking?
Yeah,
like
was
they
this
got
like
mad at each other and he went for his
Okay.
Or
throat?
somebody
No.
choking on their food.
So, no. Hands on another kid.
Oh, so a strangulation.
Yeah, I guess.
Fighting over what, highlighters?
Yeah, what was the reason? Wolverine's better than Deadpool. And they choke him.
You have my pencil. You
got on the slide first. I wanted the swing. They're just not quite into the swing of things for school just yet. Maybe they did this at home with their siblings.
Yeah, if somebody's on the swing and they go for the chokehold, I would question what's happening at home.
Yeah, it's fourth grade, though. It's not like first grade. Fourth grade, you should know how to...
Right.
Oh, wow.
How to act.
The children are feral.
Oh, and I chased it. I chased a kid down the hall the other day. I felt I was too old for this.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'd be telling myself as
why am I running?
go running down the hallway.
And your knees crash.
It's like that cop in Lethal
Brett.
Weapon. I'm too old for this crap.
Yeah. Oh, Brett.
For
Well,
this
God
dish.
bless you, Brett. Thanks for what you're doing. Hang in there.
Take care, Brett. There was a 2013 study
You're welcome, honey.
found that the lunar cycle does have an effect on cardiovascular systems. Blood pressure drops around 5 to 10%. So it can this one study says it can absolutely change the way people behave.
One last one on crazy kiddos. Hi, Rachel. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. What's your job? What do you do for a living?
I work at a child care facility.
Okay, so
like
then
a daycare.
So you're seeing kids from starting at what, 6 a.m., 5 a.m. until 7 p.m.?
Yeah, I come in at 7 and I leave by 5.
Okay, so give us an example of how the kids go a little nuts when it comes to the moon.
We always have a few little kids who are already a little crazy normally, but that gets amplified, and the rest of the kids are acting crazy, and we may not always even realize it's a full moon until we get there and they're acting crazy.
But do you think it's maybe because one kid's acting crazy and it creates a chain reaction?
Because some of the kids, if I have a kid that's crazy, that kid is crazy every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that one that's
And
quiet, and
then-
all of a sudden they go a little...
Yeah, they just all of a sudden just forget how to behave and act, and
It's like Lord of the Flies
they
in
can't
there.
sit still.
Lord
Huh?
of the Flies.
It gets a little crazy. It does. So we'll be like, oh my gosh, is it a full moon? Oh, it's a new moon. So the new moon, for some reason, affects their behavior too.
It's a new moon on
So
Monday.
this one is technically the blue. This is the blue moon. That's what we're calling this one. This is the blue moon.
This is called
That's what it
a
says.
supermoon
Super blue moon.
blue moon.
Yeah, the super blue.
Which, by the way,
moon.
every single study I'm reading, the next paragraph, somebody debunks it. So it's like
It's got to be
there's so
something, or
many
these people wouldn't
theories.
call in or text.
Yeah, it says 1/4 of all full moons are super moons, while the mere 3% of full moons are blue moons. All right, and there's a whole bunch of NASA stuff behind it, so go deep dive that later.
Not smart enough.
Time for the Rule and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Diaz homered in the 9th, and the Astros win 5-4 over the Red Sox.
Yeah, dude.
You saw that.
Although every time I see him play so awesome, I keep thinking last year, Dusty Baker. Why didn't you play him more?
Why?
I still get mad about last year.
Why? Because he thought he was too new, he'd be too nervous.
This guy's a beast.
And Maldonado was more seasoned in the postseason. That's why he played Maldi more than
And
Diaz.
I'm going to, for one time, thank you, Dodgers. I'm clapping for the LA Dodgers. They
Why?
beat
What
Seattle.
happened?
They beat
Oh,
Seattle.
because
so-
that helps us when the Mariners
We're
win.
five
They get a
games.
fast clap.
No.
We're 5 games, yeah.
So we are 5 games ahead, and are we number one?
That's like hitting on the head, the ball guy.
Please do that again.
Ready? Yeah!
Oh, right. I didn't know your hands could go that fast.
Did
That
you
was
even
the
clap that
coolest
fast
thing
in real
ever.
life? Do it. Pretty good. Nope, not fast enough.
I thought I was looking down, writing something, and I
thought
thought
I was really
I
doing
thought that
that?
was real clap. That's why my face was that way.
Man, I'd be fast.
That's why I said. Stop doing that! You keep tricking me out. I thought that was real. Dang it!
I think that is one. Didn't we all record
We all
that?
went in production, too, and we clapped,
And then you sped it up.
and I sped it up.
That's what it is.
That is so spot on. I thought that was just Ryan over there clapping. He's like, "This is my
Wow,
trick."
I've got some
It's
mad
a
skills
blue
there.
moon. Sam believes a lot of things today because we're going to blame it on the moon. Sam.
Let's blame it on the moon.
Yeah, blame it on the moon instead of the rain.
I always love to give shout outs to new businesses. I was reading an article about a place called Blaze Pizza, and they're giving away pizza all day today at the grand opening of the new Blaze Pizza in Cypress. That's from 10:30 this morning till 10 p.m. That's at 7714 Fry Road. They're giving out more than 1,000 pizzas to residents. No purchase required. The owners say they want customers to feel like the new restaurant is part of the community.
Don't we have one down the
We
street?
had one here. In the
Yeah,
corner.
you can make
Is it
your
still there?
own,
Is that
basically.
that's what they do?
Right next to the Randalls.
Is it still there or no?
There's two different. There's a mod and there's a Blaze.
What about a mod?
No, Blaze is right now. What about Ahmad?
Ahmad,
Today's
you
his
make
birthday.
pizza?
It's Mod,
You do?
M-O-D.
Well, you get a
MOD is across the street.
And then Ahmad is on our show. And Ahmad's birthday's today. Maybe we get some pizza.
By the way,
No.
he needs to come in the studio whenever he wants and tell us to turn on QVC.
Oh, yeah. So
And that'll be his gift for his big birthday.
Oh yeah, it's the QVC Roundtable.
I have to confirm
birthday
the
game
channel
here
because-
on the
Make
Rule
sure
and
we
Ryan
know
Show.
it.
For those that don't know, when it's our birthdays, one of our birthdays, at any moment we say go to the QVC or the HSN Home Shopping Network. Whatever that item is being advertised for sale is the item you get for your birthday.
Like, what would he get right now?
He's leisurely coming into the
Sam
studio.
got panties.
Hey,
I got a tank
Ahmad.
top.
That's true. Oh, wait, hold on.
Kevin got a hoodie.
QVC.
What did you get, Eric?
Like an air fryer thingy
Yeah.
thing, but then Ryan just gave me the money instead because it was too hard to
Oh,
buy.
what are you getting?
I took the money.
Look,
You
you're getting
like the
these
money?
sandals.
Money fit better.
You're getting
You would get these crossband
you go.
slide sandals.
Yeah.
Vionics pink patent leather sandals.
Yeah, they're expensive.
This grandma is wearing for $65, but it's a clearance price of $34.99.
I want like a KitchenAid mixer, not no granny sandals.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, honey. You can only wish. You can only hope. I think for Kevin's birthday, we went on Amazon.
He got a nice little snuggie he wears every day.
That was my first year.
Yeah, he did.
And then this
By the
past
way,
year,
you really need to clean that thing.
Happy birthday to all the August 20 birthdays. You gotta wash that. Should we tell Ahmad what his gift is gonna be?
And, yeah. Besides that, we also have something else for you.
Uh-oh.
Raising Cane's gonna come
I've been begging Rula, like, hey, my birthday's coming up. Can Raising Cane's give me something? You know,
Yay!
nice.
Yeah, Raising Cane's will be delivering food for you.
Thank
and
you
everybody
so
else.
much. And happy
Your
birthday to your
birthday.
sister,
Oh,
Rula.
thanks. You share a good birthday. You're in good company. So, yes. And I'll be at Raising Cane's tomorrow, by the way. Grand opening in Lamarck. In Lamarck, 1 to 3. KRBE will be there. I'll be there, too. Raising Cane's grand opening in Lamarck. All right, coming up next, it's Tuesday, and we are about to hit revenge. You got messed with. You didn't like it. You got them back, but they don't know you got them back yet. And we're going to find out what
Ryan's
it's all
excited
about.
about this.
Yeah.
Come on, Ryan. Go ahead, do your clap. Man, you're good.
Sam.
We'll hear the revenge next on the Rule and Ryan Show.